Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome back to Stewie MTG. And yes, the laundry's going on behind me while I'm doing these deck techs. But today we have the last of the Bant commanders with Chulane or Chulane, Teller of Tales. 2 green, white, and a blue for a 2/4 human druid with vigilance. Whenever you cast a creature spell, draw a card, then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. That is the main ability that I built this deck off of. It is, shall we say, creature tribal, with a smattering of stuff to help. Every once in a while, yes, I will use Chulane or Chulane for the last ability, 3-tap, return target creature from you control to its owner's hand in order to recast it, but not nearly as much. Let's actually dig into this creature-based deck. We have in just mana order, not necessarily grouped by what they do, some ramp with Avacyn's Pilgrim, Shrieking Drake to help bounce creatures back to my hand, ramp, Soul Warden to gain life, and generally speaking, we're going to have 30 or more lives, so Saracen is going to be a big beater. Elvish Mystic for ramp, Versali Pridemate removal, Vinelasher Kudzu gets big, Ornithopter ramp, Coiling Oracle ramp, Destiny Spinner to help no countering, ramp with Mirrorleaf Pixie, Zamone for ramp as well, Elvish Visionary card draw. Rock's War Monk is in there for fun, mainly because I had this Friday night Magic version, and I ended up taking out Charming Prince for it. Yamavaya Elder, ramp, Reclamation Sage, removal. Gyre Engineer, ramp. Stonecloaker, both bounce and some graveyard hate. Oak Street Innkeeper for hexproof. Thrashing Brontodon, removal. Lorsail Quattle, mainly to make him big, and we're going to be drawing quite a few cards, usually 3, sometimes 4 cards a turn, especially later in the game. Ramp with Greenweaver Druid, Wistful Sulky card draw, One Volley Beast Tracker, since it's predominantly creatures. This is a tutor on a stick. Eternal Witness for to return something from a graveyard. Trigon Predator for removal. Risen Reef for ramp. Gloaming Shaman to shuffle some of our graveyard back into our library. Of course, hitting the box all over the place here. Llanowar Visionary, both card draw and ramp. Timeless Witness, much like Eternal Witness. Return that creature from a graveyard to our hand. Zero the Menagerie, to take a look at that top card. Removal with Mold Shambler. Sad Robot for both the ramp and the card draw. Parcel Beast for ramp. Mystic Snake, counter on a stick. Frilled Mystic, same thing. Foundation Breaker, a newer card, removal for artifacts and enchantment. A new card, Inga and Asika, to give all of my creatures vigilance, as well as be able to second main phase after attacking, being able to tap them down to cast another creature spell, and the second ability there to help draw cards. Maha, or Maja, or however you pronounce this, mainly is the buff, and, potential extra creatures in play. Murkfiend Liege for the buff, as well as the untapping. During each player's untap, I get to untap all green or blue creatures. The majority of my creatures are either blue or green, so it's a free untap. Moldrist for card draw. Tatiova, card draw and life gain. Revelark to return card from my graveyard, and no, I don't have any of the crazy combos with Revelark. Karametra, also ramp. Civic Sign, removal. Aggressive Mammoth to give my things trample. Admonition Angel, mainly for the landfall ability. This is really kind of a slot, so if you guys have a suggestion, let me know below. Archetype of Endurance, give my creatures hexproof. Ameria Shepherd, once again for the landfall ability. This is kind of a slot. Garruk's Horde, to reveal the top card of my library, and it's a big beater, as well as a finisher and End-Race Forerunners for an overrun type effect. Just have a few enchantments to help buff my creatures. We've got Sylvan Anthem, a win condition with Epic Struggle. Very often I have more than 20 creatures. Abundance. Abundance is great because with our commander we're going to be drawing cards each time we cast a creature, and I can choose land or non-land card, and then if I really need lands, I can choose land and go through some of my deck to draw it, and I'll play it with my commander's ability, or if I really want a creature. Cathar's Crusade makes everything ridiculously big, and Fable of Wolf and Owl. When I'm playing different spells, I will get extra creatures in play. Just very few instants and sorceries, since I've already have card draw, ramp, and removal in many slots with my creatures. But I've got myself a modal spell in Bant Charm, Broker's Charm, and then Game Ender with Overrun. I have one artifact in Crystal Shard to be able to return a creature to my hand. That way I can recast it and get its ETB ability. With that also, here's our non-basic lands. Grasslands, Croson Verge. Dropped it on the floor. It's okay, guys. Just a moment ago, when I was doing one of the previous deck techs, I played like 30 card pickup. Selesnya Sanctuary, Evolving Wilds, Temple of Mystery, Sungrass Prairie, Glacial Floodplain, all shiny. Yes, Mr. Cure for the Common Game, your raccoon eyes are seeing that. Blighted Woodland, a shiny Razortide Bridge, Reliquary Tower, Myriad Landscape, Temple of Plenty, Irrigated Farmland, Sky Clouded Expanse, Bant Panorama, Simic Growth Chamber, Prairie Stream, Halimar Depths, Canopy Vista, and lastly, Yamavaya Coast. So, if you guys would like to comment, tell me in those about 3 flex spots I've got, what you guys would put into Chulane or Chulane, and we will catch you guys next time. This is the end of Bant, and moving on into Esper. We got 4 Esper decks to run through, and then we finally get to move on to our 4 color combinations. With that, this has been Stewie MTG. Thank you for joining me on my 32 deck challenge plus some, as we look at the 70 or so decks that I have. With that, I'll catch y'all later.